Hello and welcome to another episode of RcT2Germany Weekly. This episode
is brought to you by Coca-Cola.
By Coca-Cola, because Fallout 4 came out today.
Yeah.
So okay, this is Manta Lake theme park by CSW, released on November the 3rd, and finally we have a chance to make a review about it. The park won silver on an E, 65%. I think the score is okay. So yeah, we will start. Where will we start? We will start at the entrance. The entrance is here.
Canyon themed area.
No, that's the banana area.
Why?
Because there's a banana.
Oh yeah, the coasters.
And the banana.
The banana plaster. So yeah.
Okay, so
there is a waterfall and I can see it.
This park is looks much like an Looping Landscapes park. I got a huge LL feeling about it, which is basically everything CSW does, and RcT2 has a Looping Landscapes feeling to it. But I really like it, like the atmosphere. It's not like super high detailed everything, but yeah, I think it looks good. So where do we start?
I just want to say that I don't know why he built beach and lakes and then completely fenced them off with trees.
That's
especially
true.
the first one.
Yeah, this one here.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Maybe
it would have been a good thing if it was more visible to the public.
Yeah, and darker. Like just scrap the sand, make it a slightly darker lake, and delete the trees. Because if I was a theme park, I wouldn't fence it off that way. I would take advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice touch. There's much water everywhere. I mean, of course, the big lake in the middle, but there are small ponds everywhere basically.
Yeah, I mean lakes in the middle are like. If you want to design a park, always have a lake in the middle. You can't really something wrong with it.
Yeah, but as you said, especially the small ponds and everything, and they are very fenced off and not visible all the time for the public. And I think that's something that could have made the park better if they were. So the first coaster is the Banana Blaster.
And it's obviously by
Wooden Roller Coaster Company.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Call this construction. Or whatever it was called. Yeah, I mean the layout, I don't know. It's a pretty generic wooden coaster.
Yeah, but I like it. I think the Banana Blaster is one of the best rides, or the best ride in the park.
Yeah, it's really solid.
It's got a good pacing, it's got flow.
Flow hashtag.
Some airtime moments.
And it's wooden.
So that's basically all you have to say. Wooden is always good.
Wooden is always better.
Yeah. I really like the banana over the queue entrance. And the sign on the other side of the station with the 1K runes in.
You mean the Banana Blaster sign? The
Banana Blaster sign. I really like it. I think it's a nice touch.
Yeah.
What I also really like is the sitting.
The queue setup is really good.
Yeah, that's true.
I think. And it's not as fenced up well. I mean, the coaster isn't. Like, something I thought about yesterday was like if you think about it, every wooden coaster has the complete queue inside of the coaster, basically.
Yeah.
But I think it works well here that isn't like that. Especially since the coaster is a little bit more spread out then. But it's funny to see that yesterday I thought, I mean basically every wooden coaster has this moment when you enter the queue and you just pass under the wooden coaster. That's every wooden coaster has that moment. And moreover, like one of those. But in this case, you have a big banana.
Bananas are always good.
Yeah, that's almost as good. but wood is always better. Like if this banana was made of wood, you know.
Then you have opposite to the big banana, you have this huge dark ride.
Well, the big dark ride.
The big dark ride.
You have seen the hall of the building of Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
That would be like the whole themed area would be like one dark ride. Yeah, and I like the sitting area. That's what you wanted to say.
Great.
Especially the umbrellas, although they are huge in scale.
Yeah, okay, but huge umbrellas are. I mean, you can't really make them smaller in without using umbrella CSOs. So I think that's a great touch. I really like them.
And I like how the queue of the Super Splash goes by the
by the.
It's a little it's a little bit it's a little bit sad and not sad, but I understand why he did the hedge, but I like it's a difficult decision because on the one hand it would be cool if you could see the queue or could see the entire attraction and the water splash and everything from the sitting area, but on the other hand, if the queue is full, you don't want people to watch the guys eating.
That's true, yeah.
People. I would have.
Or people throwing their meals at you while you're queuing.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have done because like a Super Splash is very, very beautiful to look at. Like if somebody is doing a picture report or a picture report of their stay at the park, it's always like a splash photo in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Always.
But you do have this little left from the queue entrance, this little viewing platform.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
We've got a great view over the
I don't like the fact that you're basically queuing in the splash area. I mean, maybe there is no splash there.
There is definitely splash there. Yeah,
it's like if you queue, you're right. Like, I don't know. Maybe the splash. I mean, the splash is more like forward going on these things.
Yeah, but it should hit the queue pretty bad.
Yeah.
At least the bridge. But on the other hand, it's a fun idea, so I like it.
Yeah,
I don't mind getting wet on a water ride, so.
Yeah, but like if the queue is really long and you have to stand in there, I mean, those don't really move people. Like you have to stand there for a while and just die.
I really like the fact that it's a very long splashboard ride. I mean, you've got the small drop at the beginning, and then this huge lift, and then the tunnel on top of the mountain. I really love the moment, the setup of the second lift going over the first lift. Yeah, that's true.
That really looks great. And actually, it kind of looks, because of the perspective, as if there is some kind of elevation change in the tunnel. At least for me, but there is not.
That's true. Yeah.
It's just
the only thing sad about this part here is that the mountain just doesn't have any. Or I mean, there is foliage there, but it's so little that the mountain itself just looks.
I think
boring.
The mountain would have used some rock underground.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not ice because or snow. Maybe it's not.
Yeah, but some
like
rock texture.
Even snow would have looked, I think, pretty okay.
Just some other textures on the mountain would have been good thing.
Yeah, I mean, snow maybe wouldn't have perfectly fit in with the theme, but I always like snow. Snow is good. You need more snow.
You know nothing, Jon Snow. Okay.
So let's look at the rest of the area before we go into the next one. I think
there's this little bumper boats ride on the other side of the mountain.
There is a palm tree garden.
That's
There's
true.
1 million palm trees.
You've got a great look over the lake.
Next to it, a bumper boat. I like, from a pure realism standpoint, I would have liked if there was a fence in front of the waterfall. Because idiots like me would just ride in there. Die.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, but on the other hand, realism standpoint is maybe not the most important thing here.
Not in this park, no.
Considering that the queue is going behind the waterfall.
Yes.
So yeah, and there were a couple of other buildings.
I think the buildings look really great in this area.
The carousels, the merry-go-round setup is pretty amazing. We haven't talked about this yet.
No, we
Main
didn't.
Street.
Main Street, Main Street, Main Street.
We overlooked.
Yeah, I didn't see the merry-go-round, but
Yeah, you
you're
don't
right.
see yeah, but
It's great.
yeah, it's a pretty good setup.
Looks very good.
Yeah. And there's a topspin, of course. The topspin has like the one top problem with a topspin is like, here's a really easy lesson that even I know. If you have a topspin, always make it super visible for everyone.
Yes,
That's the only thing you have to do, and it is in this case.
Just move the sign.
Yeah.
Move
Yeah,
the
that's
sign to the left
Yeah.
on the building.
Again, like if you go to real theme parks, topspins will always be a little bit lower than the path, but in a way that you can really observe everything.
Yes,
And in this case, it's
just not.
I think pretty hard to see the topspin going. Yeah, so let's go into the next area, the Asian area.
The Asian area. I think the Asian area has a great atmosphere to it.
Yes,
It reminds me of the
of
atmosphere.
Asia.
Yeah, of what Johnny did in Inselfieber.
Yeah. I mean, the coaster is basically a Nemesis. A
Nah,
little different.
a little
It's Nemesis.
much.
I kind of like the random tunnel through the mountain. I actually think it's pretty well set up.
Yeah, the setup is great. That's true.
Yeah, but the problem is,
I
yeah,
just-
the train is kind of going through the roof of the station.
Well, I
Like-
don't give a shit about that.
I do give a shit about it because I don't mind doing zero clearances, but in this case it's really a little bit too close.
I mean, I think what I really like about the coaster is the pre-lift part. It's a little drop and turn around over the track. Really like that.
Yeah.
What I don't like is the pacing. I mean, the first half is okay, but that's mostly inside a mountain. But after the mid-course brake run, the pacing is just not there. The loop is way too slow, and I think the flat spin after that is, or the zero G or whatever you want to call it, could have been a bit faster too.
Yeah, the loop with I mean, it's 58 kilometers per hour, and you should be at 70
Yeah.
for the small loop. Especially since especially since it's a inverted coaster, and they are always pretty fast too. Their inversions.
So that's something. I mean, the second part is just I just don't like the second part of the ride.
It's just so slow.
Yeah. Another thing I noticed while watching the park, that the catwalks on inverted coasters, I mean there are two inverted coasters, there's one in the Egypt area too, and the catwalks are way too high. Just lower them 2 units more, 1 or 2 units more.
I actually
so
think
that
it's pretty perfect.
No.
I mean,
it's glitching. And when it's glitching, then it's...
for me it's actually not glitching. For me it's directly beneath the train.
But... Okay, on my PC it is glitching and it is too high.
Why it isn't?
Just
Yeah,
a
let's
unit more and then...
I have
Okay.
to say something about the roller coaster selection later, but let's just continue. Asian area, it got a Rotodrop. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the Asian area is really big. I like the gateways basically with the wooden coaster tracks.
That's true.
And the next area is the fucking crazy area of craziness. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it's there.
I think it's supposed to be a Persian area, at least that's what everyone says on an A.
I mean, the vultures are like gold.
That's true.
Vultures flying around. The coaster itself
I don't
Is
like
it-
the coaster at all.
is a B&M looping coaster. Yeah, it's like the problem. Yeah, Like the problem is a little bit that the first part of the coaster looks pretty realistic for B&M, and then there is this sidewinder after the
Block break.
and it's like
With cost
B&M,
break.
yeah, B&M wouldn't build that.
Wouldn't do that. Yeah, I mean, I think that's basically the same. What problem with the inverted coaster? The first part is great, but the second part is just too slow. I actually really like the sidewinder, and that's probably the best part of the second half of the coaster. But everything after the sidewinder is just way too slow. Those corkscrews, I mean, that's the definition of stalling.
Yeah, and B&M doesn't build double corkscrews, do they?
Actually, I'm not sure. No.
I
But I don't mind that. I don't mind the double corkscrew. I just mind the speed you've got in those corkscrews.
Yeah, it's like why did he go like
why did he go up?
Why did he go up or two pieces?
Yeah,
That was like the fatal mistake.
Yeah, that was the unnecessary part.
Yeah, again, the thing is that for me is that the first part before the block break is actually very realistic BM&M in a BM&M standpoint, and the part after it isn't really.
Yeah, but as you said before, realism is not exactly what this park wants to be.
Yeah, so
I don't mind that.
Did he delete some of the station entrances, or did he leave them all? Well, he clearly know how it works, so there's no reason why this exit is there on the coaster.
Yeah.
I always think, because like the thing is that
you just can't.
There's no
walls in there.
They are just so iconic. I think the exit, so that like if I look at the thing, I just immediately recognize it, and it really doesn't really fit into the theme.
That's true. What I really like about the coaster though is the queue, and the entrance of the queue.
Yeah, the queue is
at the station itself.
Yeah, really well. Yeah, he sets up his queues pretty well. I mean, the queue of the inverted coaster is always pretty nice.
Also, yeah, that's true. I mean, many people said that this is the least Persian-looking Persian area in the history of Persian areas.
But I mean, the coaster is called Exodus, so I don't know about Persia. Maybe
that's what everyone tells me, so
yeah.
I'm just assuming it is. But on the other hand, I just really love this area. The theming is really great, the great colors. I really like the flowers on the roofs. I just think that this may be one of the best areas in the park. At least for me, it's one of the best, theming-wise, one of the best areas in the park.
I like the vultures and the camps and these rocky hills.
Yeah, of course, yes, that's that too.
I'm not the biggest fan of the fountains in the middle of the coaster on the
lake. Yeah,
like I don't know. I think I prefer like simple lakes without fountains everywhere. I mean,
like
if
the
you
big
go,
one in the middle.
I mean, like if you have a fountain, if the thing is about fountains, they should have a specific use other than making riders wet, and in this case they would just get the riders wet for like 2 seconds, and nobody can see them from anywhere except from the ride. Maybe the queue of the Enterprise.
Another thing I just noticed and I didn't like is the continuous circuit mode he uses on like every one of his rides.
Yeah, especially since there are no hacks on
No,
like,
there are no hacks on it, so why would you do?
he never built block breaks.
There's one coaster which is not running in a continuous block break mode, which is the Bergsteiger wooden roller coaster in the Austria area, and the BBS is not working there.
The thing is that he did build block breaks. He just like the mid-course break ones are always only breaks.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think he doesn't know the trick with doing
with the lift.
A lift. Like, just a quick tip for you guys out there: if you do a lift before the block breaks, like a lift ending that is recognized as as
It's a block break, so you don't need to put a block break in a mid-course brake run, but you still have a working mid-course brake run.
Yeah, because I think most people are like, no, I can't do a mid-course brake run with block brake because it would slow my coaster down too much. And
yeah, but on the other hand, if I do it, they call me a cheater and say, yeah, your coaster wouldn't get a full circuit. And
yeah,
I mean, that's basically what happened in
let's
theme park.
just be honest. How much does the typical NEler know about block brake systems?
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, there too. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, if you do that, maybe you demonstrated it in the video. But if you do that, you have the block brake. This section with the lift will be recognized as the block brake, and as soon as the train passes this section,
Yeah.
And I think it works out pretty well. It actually works out pretty perfectly if you do that way.
That's true.
So let's go into the Egyptian area with another inverted coaster.
Yeah.
And a quick tip from me: the pattern begins here. Yeah, it's an SLC. It's like this is like a little bit. Yeah, it's
a bit weird to have a B&M invert and a SLC.
That is glitching for me as well.
So there you go.
And the SLC, it kind of reminds me of Great Bear in this weird sense because it has like a couple of inversions and then it's just over.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I really like it. I think I like the SLC layout more than I do like the.
But imagine riding this first drop on a SLC.
Yeah, that could be dangerous.
That would kill you. That's like not an option.
But the station is great. I really like the station of Osiris.
The station is well done, and the queue is a little bit strange this time because there are so much loops at the,
Zigzag.
I mean he did it as overflow queuing, which I really like, but it's kind of
he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that on the other rides.
Yeah.
Why here?
And it's pretty much like it's really long. It's the longest queue in, like if you count that, that's the longest queue in the park. But I guess this time you can kind of see the
coaster.
Yeah, again. Like if this was a realistic park, I would completely bash him for having the canoes be so free to ride like directly under the coaster, and to the island where the first drop and everything is. But
yeah, but on the other hand, I really like the canoes.
Yeah. But he could have made I think he uses a track, and made it invisible. I think he could have just let the track there, and then why no?
Because if you don't make the track invisible, then it just looks like shit.
Yeah, or just add another kind of fence,
Nah, I don't know about that. But I like it the way it is.
Yeah, I think NCSO doesn't really have the objects that you could use. I meant like the borders in on the splash on the splash battle in Drill.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool, but I don't think you can do these.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I mean the water is so not small, but it's not that wide, so you basically have that border with the landscaping you have in there.
Yeah. Then there's this huge wall blocking the lake from the view for whatever reason.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean you can go into this
in the restaurant.
Yeah, in the restaurant and see it from there, but it's kind of strange because I mean,
yeah, you have this great lake and then you don't show it to your people.
I mean, the Islands of Adventures also have a big lake in the middle, and it's kind of hard to see from some areas, but that's only because there is actually important theming between the lake and thing. Like there is like the Harry Potter is a little bit further into the land,
Yeah.
so to say, and there is this Jurassic Park area, and of course Jurassic Park has a forest, has a jungle, so it makes sense that you can't see the lake, but here it's just forced to have no look at it for no reason.
That's kind of true.
Especially since he could have done a great Egyptian harbor.
Yes, that would have been great. But on the other hand, I really like the buildings. Like every building in the Egyptian area looks great, looks good. It doesn't get boring, which is always, I mean, most Egyptian areas are just boring after 1 or 2 buildings, but this one, I really like this one.
Yes. So let's move on into the
Austrian
area. There is a GCI.
The Bergsteiger.
Or yeah, let's not call it a GCI Woody. It's a Woody with GCI.
With Millennium Flyer trains.
Yeah. Which is funny because I think the trains in reverse would have fit better to, the real counterparts. But, And there is a Woody flying over a labyrinth.
We've seen that before.
Yeah, so that should have won gold. Yes. Yeah, but there is a big mountain and a waterfall. And on the mountain, there are pirate falls. It's hilarious.
I really do like the building.
Yeah,
I do like the building over
but
there.
if you take it literally, it's hilarious. I think he built
okay.
the building so he can excuse his shitty block break system and say there is a great animatronic in there that says, you will ride soon down the mountain.
Und der total incorrect.
Do you want the total? That piece of grassland is just weird.
Yeah.
It looks so out of place. It's ridiculous. I mean, what the hell? It's just like there.
What I really like in this area is the use of path as roofs.
Yes.
I mean, in the other areas you either have objects or you have coaster tracks, but you don't see it that often in NC, so that you really use the path to as roofs. And I like that. What I don't like about Bergsteiger though is, I mean, the first part is, I mean, I'm kind of repeating myself. The first part I really like, but the second part is just too slow. Those turns here are just too slow, in my opinion.
I think he tried to use the trick with the block break in Bergsteiger.
Nope.
But didn't know how it works because he has this.
No, that's not.
What do you?
I think that's meant to be a break.
Okay. I always thought like he tried it there and he's like, that's not working. Better not use it. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so it's an Austrian area.
Which we don't see too often.
With buildings.
To be honest.
And a heck labyrinth. Which
The
is
swinging ship is kind of weird.
it's like, yeah, I mean the name makes sense in German, but yeah.
Seeräuber. Yeah, I mean that basically means pirate, but in Austria there are no pirates and there isn't
sea.
any water.
Or boats.
Or boats. I mean they basically have the Bodensee, but well, no.
I mean they used to have maybe CSW is, maybe this area is a not an Austrian area, but
you mean a homage to the old Austrian Empire?
Yeah, it's an Austrian Hungarian,
Okay.
whatever it's called in English area. Maybe. Let's go to the Pine Trail with a white mouse.
Yeah, that is a wild mouse indeed.
Yes.
Nothing.
Do the brakes kill you? That's the only question.
I don't think so. Because there are no brakes.
Well, I mean the mouse. The layout is a little bit weird.
The layout is a bit weird, but it's a very well paced.
Yeah, but two sets of mouse curves.
Yeah, that's true.
Not to have that.
But I like it. I think it looks good.
Yeah. Then there is this huge barn which looks absolutely fantastic.
True.
with shops in them, and you can see the lake from the sitting areas. And then there is a Vekoma looping coaster, because why not?
The rattlesnake. I really like the rattlesnake. I think that's maybe one of the best layouts in a park, because in comparison to most of the other layouts, it's good from start to beginning. It's not like the other layouts that you have a good first half and then the second part gets crappy, but this one is just good from start to finish.
Yeah, I like how he used the arrow wasn't like the old looping coasters don't really go into the loopings directly after the first drop, and I think he used that pretty well in this case. Although the looping is a little bit slow.
Yeah, okay, that's true. But otherwise, I really like it.
And there is a bumper cars ride in this area, in this Wild West area, I would call it.
Yeah, that's definitely Wild West. What I really like is the rafting ride. Underneath Rattlesnake, the rafting ride is really looking good.
Yeah. It even has 2 lifts.
And it got a tunnel, which is always good.
Yeah,
I really like that.
Water rides and tunnels is like a perfect mixture.
Well done, CSW. Well done.
And he has a log flume in the same area.
That's true.
Which is really weird, because the log flume kind of starts in this desert area and then it's just in the forest.
It reminds me somehow of the log flume in Alton Towers, because you can't see that either. There's no point in a whole park where you can see that log flume.
It kind of reminds me of the railway in Fort Fun, where it just
that's true.
Goes out of the park and then there are random cowboy sets in the forest. But I think I like the support work and the
support work is great.
The whole thing.
Also like the little buildings and theming he's got in the forest.
What I don't like is that the exit is like next to the big splash. I think he likes to piss off guests.
Yeah, you just don't like to get wet.
Yeah. What you don't get wet? I mean, it's directly next to it. It's like you get soaked to the death.
You have to wait until the boat passes, then you have to run. That's good exercise. I don't know. I think it's great. I like it. I mean, in Trips Drill you have to run too, so.
Yeah, but it's not as close.
But it is as wet.
Yeah, I mean the splash is just huge in Trips. Like if the splash here is as huge, then the whole area in front of the stage is wet as well.
The whole western area.
Yeah, it's just and we have learned in England that no park knows how to handle water on their paths. So.
At least in England.
Yeah, and in Phantasialand.
Yeah, well, that's true.
So yeah, in the next area, I guess is the random as fuck kids area of Doom.
Yeah, but I like it. I mean, because I really like it because it is as random as fuck.
Yeah.
And that's always great for the kids area. I mean, the Ferris wheel with the awesome view over the lake. Then the iced tea and the restaurants at the lake, they're just great. I really like the games he set up in front of the kiddie coaster.
Yes.
I don't know, I mean, many people criticize this area, but I just like it because it is so random and colorful and...
I mean, it has a kiddie coaster. The weird thing about a kiddie coaster is that it has a small helix or a small turn at the beginning and then a large turn at the end.
Yeah, okay, that's true, but otherwise, come on. But it has what makes it very realistic. There is a tree in beneath the track.
Yeah.
Which is very Fort Fun like.
Yes. And you have a sitting area where I actually maybe can see the lake.
Yeah, a bit. But only if you're facing it. Okay.
Yeah. And then there's the Roman area. The first thing that I just
Wait. I really
just
like
saw.
the theater in the kids area too.
The theater.
Yeah, I think that looks great.
Where's
Yeah, now I've got to search it.
there is no theater. You are lying.
Well, I've got proof.
Oh yeah, it's
So
it's nice. So Roman area. The first thing I noticed is that the launch coaster has a mouse curve on the mouse turn, or has two mouse turns in the tunnel. Because the train is going really fast in there. Like
Yeah,
he could have banked them.
could have, but he didn't.
It's like 48 kilometers per hour. But they don't really give that much that hard lateral.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I
think
like the
I like the area. I think best
yeah.
from the whole park.
No,
I mean,
I think it's a great area.
the station is fucking huge.
Yeah.
Everything is huge.
What I don't get is, I mean, you have water slides on the left part of the area, and you have water slides on the right part, and then you have this huge coaster in the middle. I think it would have just been better if you would have made a whole water park out of this area,
Yes.
or a normal themed area.
They have
no water park at all.
And there's this really weird, random part, like this huge area next to the one water slide.
Yeah,
But there are actually 3 water slides there.
but only one is working. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yes.
but the working water slide is next to this huge building area where nothing.
Yeah, I think there's just temples and stuff like that. I can get that.
Yeah. No. Yes. Maybe.
Yes, no. Oh,
I like the Colosseum.
the Colosseum is great.
And I like how the support work of Caesar's Fury looks.
Yes, that too. But what I wanted to say earlier is I would have liked Caesar's Fury just to be like stealth. Just make, I don't know. I don't think this huge L looks that good. I think the normal one would have been better. But that's just minor criticism.
Yeah, but how to fit the stealth layout into this area?
Well, there would have been ways if we wanted to.
Yeah, but I mean the lounge and the station. It's a pretty long
Yeah.
setup. I think. Yeah, but I like the Rocky Mountains. And I like
That's good for you. You like the Rocky Mountains.
and I like the Rocky Hills in the Roman area.
Yeah.
So let's get to my criticism of this park.
Okay. Do it.
I
Did it.
think CSW is clearly not a roller coaster nut because he has 2 inverted looping coasters and 2 inverted sit-down coasters, 2 wooden coasters, and a lounge coaster
Yeah.
for his major rides. There is like, come on, he could have had a little bit variation in there,
That's true.
like maybe a flying coaster instead of the B&M.
Yes.
Because I think a flying coaster would have fit pretty
Would have
good
fit that area maybe better. That's true.
Yeah, and yeah, especially since I think with that much landscaping going on, you wouldn't need, I think the biggest problem with I mean, he clearly didn't want to merge, and I think the biggest problem you could have with a flying coaster is that the
You can't do a pretzel loop without merging.
yeah, the press loop. I mean, you can do it, but it always looks really weird. But I think this is one of these instances you could have done a really solid layout
Without a pretzel loop.
without a press loop or without any inversions.
That's true.
Well, I mean, with these rollovers, but you wouldn't even need a normal looping or something.
Yeah.
And, maybe... Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say anything against Yeah. One of those looping coasters could have. I would have liked I guess he didn't want to use custom rides.
Yeah.
Because else there a
wing rider or something.
wing rider would have fit this area really perfectly.
But I think it's weird that the Vekoma or Arrow rides in this park are better than their B&M counterparts.
But
I like Rattlesnake more than I like the B&M sit-on, and I like the SLC more than I like the B&M invert. So
they are only better because you don't have to ride them.
yeah, but layout-wise.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to say?
Bananas are the key.
Okay, that's good. So
And there were a million ducks on the lake. Just look.
I think I'm joining you on the coastal part. The coastal selection is a bit weird. Theming wise, I really like the whole park. I think that's really good theming there. The only thing I'm not so sure about is the foliage. I mean, it looks good in most parts, but you have either there's so much foliage that you can't see anything else than foliage, or there's nothing, and there is no in between.
Yes.
I mean, that's basically what I'm doing, but well, yeah. I'm not better at it, but but I don't like it.
And the lake in the middle is maybe a little big.
Yeah, either that or get something, got something going there.
Yeah, I mean, it's
underwater
literally
plants or a little island with something on it. Just something to break this huge lake.
I have a pretty easy rule for that. If you zoom in completely and you see only water, then something is not.
The lake is too low. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed our review to Manta Lake. If you want to download the park, the download link is in the video description. You can download it there. If you don't have RcT2, you can always watch the map there to have like an in-game look, but without moving roller coasters or something like that. We will see each other again in the next review. There are a few reviews coming now because we had a huge wave of releases on NE. And yeah, see you guys next time, I guess. Goodbye.
Bye.